Hello, Gemini, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw, honest truth. This is your April 2020 tarot forecast. And before I get into it, I just know that there's so much intense stuff going on in the world today. There have been so many changes. It's happening so fast. If you would like for me to be specific on what exactly is going on in the world right now, please write in the comment below, or any other type of content that you'd like to see. Whatever you want, I would love to create that content for you, okay? So let's get to your tarot forecast for April now. Your theme, 7 of Cups, illusion, temptation, false prizes, false promises. You might be projecting some delusion or illusion onto reality, or someone else could be doing this. Things are not as they seem. Listen to this. If something seems too good to be true, then it is too good to be true. This is a time in the world right now, especially where a lot of people are going to take advantage of people being fearful and maybe not thinking things clearly, that they're like, oh, I have the answer, this is the way. But that is not what it is. Like, if someone is telling you something, and if you believe it, if that's advantageous to them, then you really need to think about, like, they might just well be lying to you. They might not be honest. They might be telling you what they want you to hear so that ultimately they'll benefit and you'll be the one losing out. Let's pull some cards and see how this plays out. So I've already shuffled the cards off camera. I'm just showing you that I'm cutting them, and I've got 3 different decks, and my Tarot of the Cat deck represents what's happening on the surface. My Tarot of the Thoth deck represents what's happening beneath the surface for each week of the month. And last but not least, I've got my Mystic Mondays deck representing advice cards for each week of the month. And definitely make sure you stick around until the end, where you pick your own destiny cards. So you use your intuition for that. And then also, like, share, comment, notification bell, so you never miss a video. Thank you very much. All right. We definitely have a little bit of action this month. Ooh, interesting. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what we have during the first week of the month is, on the surface, we have got the 4 of Wands. Beneath the surface, the Knight of Swords, and your advice is the Empress. I feel like for a lot of you, like, this actually is someone else, or like this could be you. And this could be someone just, boom, coming into your life. I definitely actually see that kind of for the next week too. So I feel like, okay, this could be you or the other person, but one person is just kind of like, kicking back, not really doing much, kind of hanging out. They've kind of put their responsibilities down for the side and obligations and duty, and they're just kind of like enjoying the present moment, but not actually completely, because they know in the background they've got to pick up where they left off. They might have certain people around them like enabling this behavior, this apathetic behavior. And I feel like someone is going to come in like full force and will disrupt this ultimately, or at least like wake them up in a sense. Because this is super focused, high energy. It's almost like the opposite of this in a lot of ways, because this person is like literally so focused, blinders on, very fast moving, lots of talking, lots of action, lots of words, strength, things like that. But literally like so obsessively focused on a goal that like nothing can distract them, right? So I feel like if this is also one person, that thinking in your head is like you're getting ready to suddenly get up and have that fast movement, right? But I feel like for a lot of you, it's kind of like these are 2 different people. I kind of feel like your advice is the Empress. So the Empress like treats herself. So even though you've got this energy, or maybe someone else does, you do need to treat yourself. It doesn't mean to be lazy. Like the Empress has her shit together, right? All of her ducks in a row. But like she also knows when to rest and when to treat herself. So you might be, it's a little bit different because here it's like they still have this person, you or this person still has a lot of things that they need to complete. It's kind of like a few projects or a few goals kind of just like put on the back burner, right? I think you need to actually like focus on completing them before you relax, okay? Because you're not really going to be able to relax if you don't have everything done, because you'll always have that in the back of your head, like all of the things that you need to do. So it looks like this Knight of Swords or something, or someone's going to wake you up in this sense, because for the second week, we've got, on the surface, we have got the Ace of Cups. So it's like a new opportunity of something that's maybe emotionally fulfilling, like moving forward with it. Now, this is the Prince of Discs, okay? So there's this new opportunity, but beneath the surface, the Prince of Discs is someone who is quite like practical and sensible with how they move forward with something. So this is it could be a birth, right? Possibly, but it's like an internal birth or rebirth, emotionally, spiritually, regardless. But beneath the surface, you're beginning to kind of get up and move again in a practical sensible manner, because like beneath the surface during the first week, we had the Knight of Swords, right? Which is more like kind of going full force, maybe not thinking things through completely, but this is like almost to the point of being boring, because it's like zero risk, how you're going to actually turn this new inspiration like into physical substance. How is it actually going to look? What's the structure? How are you going to get there? What's the short-term, medium-term, long-term plan? Okay. And it could have something to do with relationship, but I don't really see any major relationship cards right now. I feel like it's more like something that's emotionally fulfilling is what it really is. But this opportunity, remember, might have something to do with this. Like it might not be real. It might not be realistic. Your advice is the Four of Cups. So the Four of Cups is to think about like past ups and downs. So whatever opportunity it is, like what are some situations in the past where it's kind of been similar? How has it looked? How has it played out? What are some red flags? You need to think about like the actual past disappointments. And like you need to be real about it. Four of Cups is a disappointment card. And you need to actually like look at the pattern, because this could be another disappointment. It might not, but it might be. Okay. So just like be real. I feel like you are going to like take this opportunity, show you why, and you're going to move forward with it. And this is where the Seven of Cups like theme card is more coming into play during the third and fourth week. So during the third week, on the surface, we've got the Queen of Cups. Beneath the surface, we've got the Empress again. And we've got your advice card as the Devil. So I feel like you are going to take this opportunity, okay? And you will move forward with it. It could be a relationship, but I don't necessarily see it being romantic. It could be, but I don't see it that way. It could be any type of relationship, friendship, business, partnership. It could be an opportunity that's emotionally, spiritually fulfilling. Now, beneath the surface, you feel strong, right? You've got the Empress card. The Empress, yes, she loves the good things in life, but she also has like healthy boundaries, a lot of experience. So you feel good like moving forward with this. However, the Devil is an advice card. You need to, the devil is in the details. So if this is a contract, like you need to look at the wording with a fine-tooth comb. You need to look at everything in extreme detail. And I would even get like a few different perspectives, because like in this deck, the Devil is almost like one particular perspective, and thinking that's the only perspective, but it's not. Like you need to actually like get lots of different opinions, even if you don't want to. maybe like a second lawyer, if it is a contract, to look at it, because I think you might just be being told like what you want to hear, right? Because then they'll know that you'll go after it. That's why you're taking this opportunity. If someone's like, this is a horrible opportunity and you're going to lose a lot of money and power, then it's like, well, of course I'm not going to do it, right? The devil is in the details. So you need to like look at this really carefully. I know you'll probably feel really good about it, but you've got to be careful. And you do have a lot of experience and you are quite mature, but like anyone can get duped. So during the 4th week, I think it's going to kind of come to a head. I'll show you why I think that is. So during the 4th week, on the surface, we've got the 9 of Wands. Beneath the surface, the 10 of Wands, oppression. And your advice card is the Queen of Swords. Okay, so on the surface, you are now in a situation where like you might be not necessarily overtly attacked, obviously. I'm not talking necessarily physically. It could be like mentally, it could be just with this delusion, if it's a contract, if it's an opportunity, if it's an agreement, if it's, you took an offer and you're rolling with it and it's not a good offer. It's, a facade. It's a facade, right? And I feel like you're beginning, during the 4th week, you're beginning to realize that. The energy of other people involved in this is really negative and they want your demise. They want you to fail. There are people you can't trust involved in this. And I feel like your intuition is going to really help guide you, but everything's going to come to a head at some point. Beneath the surface, we've got the 10 of Wands, oppression. You're now stuck. And you're becoming stuck in this situation that you've picked, unfortunately. And it's almost like there's not a way of getting out of it now. You're going to have to fulfill whatever duty and obligation you signed up for. And you're just going to have to stick with it. It will be over at some point. But it's like you're kind of stuck in this situation, right? It's not necessarily a contract, it's some sort of agreement or opportunity or whatever, right? But you're kind of like stuck in the situation. You can't necessarily move forward with what you want to do. It's not like it's forever, but it's definitely for now. Your advice is the Queen of Swords. Now, the Queen of Swords is, she has detached her head and her logic from her emotion. So this is your advice. You need to, if this is stressful for you or if this is emotionally upsetting, you're going to have to put all of that on the back burner. You need to 100% just use your mind and your logic detached from emotion. You will need, and that you need to have a clear head, it be extremely focused, mental clarity. And not make decisions for emotional reasons like, oh, it might upset this person, or, oh no, you know what I mean? Or worried about what other people think of you. You need to 100% be a bitch. This is the bitch card, okay? She doesn't give a fuck about, oh, well, that hurt your feelings. Oh, well, I'll take your opinion into consideration. No, she's like, fuck this. I want to get what I want, and seriously detach the head from the heart for this situation, okay? No fear, be ruthless, do whatever the hell you need to do. And also you might want to get a lawyer if this is a legal thing, okay? And then just let the lawyer deal with it, because whatever's going on is a fucking trap. Okay, please pick a number, 1, 2, or 3. So you're using your intuition to get your destiny card so you can have a little bit more insight on what's going on. And please comment below, what situation are you stuck in that seemed so good? What is going on with you? And I love reading your comments. Did it resonate with you? And then also please let me know what are the kind of videos you want to see. I've I've got a bit more time on my hands now, as do a lot of people. Like, you know, I know I do, maybe it doesn't seem like that many videos, but like I work full time, you know, but it's a bit different right now. But yeah, I've got more time, so what videos do you want to see? Anyways, if you picked one, let's see what we've got. Okay. So on the surface, we've got the Eight of Pentacles. Beneath the surface, the Princess of Swords and Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so this is totally what I'm getting straight away is that like whatever this duping is, I feel like you might have paid for a class or a course or a mentorship, and now you're having to deal with like the legal kind of bullshit, but just stand your ground. Some bullshit's going to come your way. You just need to stand your ground and keep your mental clarity and try not to get too stressed as much as possible. And just kind of roll with the punches, but like try not to get I think overall you'll stay emotionally detached from the situation, because trust me, they don't feel emotion, they just want money. But I feel like it has something to do with that is where the bullshit's coming from. And your advice card is the Eight of Pentacles, and I know like that's the same, but in this deck, there are like different meanings in different decks. So your advice card is like, you can do this on your own. Like whatever, if it's a course or a student-teacher relationship or mentorship or just whatever sort of training course, like you can do it on your own. You just need to keep practicing, right? It's more like just, you know, just do it. Just do it. You don't need to do this extra stuff. You don't need to pay someone to teach you. I'm not saying that's always true, but like in this situation it is. If you pick two, let's see what we've got. Oh. Okay, cool. All right, so if you pick two, on the surface we've got the Seven of Pentacles, beneath the surface the Ace of Cups, and your advice card is the Chariot. Cool. So it looks like, let me see, what else did we get during the main reading? Right, we did get the Ace of Cups during the second week, right? So we have the Ace of Cups again. So on the surface with the Seven of Pentacles, this is someone who is like, you know, investment. It could honestly just be like, it could be everything from like investing property, or it could be like something that you put money into, which could be anything like training or upgrading your skills, and you're beginning to see the benefit. And it seems like underneath the surface we got the Ace of Cups, so there is like a new opportunity, but the thing is with this new opportunity, I feel like you might want to move away from it or move with it. Like these are all very positive cards, but I feel like the opportunity that you've seen, so whatever it is you've seen the most financial growth or physical manifesting material growth in your life, like that's actually like where you are going to get the new opportunity and to move forward with it. So I feel like with the main reading that the Ace of Cups, it could be that the opportunity you will intuitively know, like because cups are emotion and intuition. Like you will intuitively know, like, okay, so it's where you actually see the growth in your life, because people can talk a good game, right? People can talk a good game. Anyone can put up a friggin' plaque of, oh, I have this award, that award, blah, blah, blah. Anyone can talk a good game. You move forward with an opportunity where you actually have seen substantial growth with firsthand in your life. That's what you're moving forward with, okay? That's what you do. Not with what people say, not with what people offer, but results that you actually are already seeing. All right, if you picked three, let's see what we've got. Interesting. All right, so if you picked three, on the surface we've got rejuvenation, which in many decks is judgment. And beneath the surface, we've got the moon. And then your advice is the Lovers. So whatever it is that's like happened, especially likely during the fourth week, is it has like you have rebirthed in a way. And you've learned so much that it's almost like you've up leveled, but that doesn't happen for no reason. Like this rebirth happens because you have taken that really difficult, hard look at not just the good things in your life, but the not so good things. Excuse me. And you've learned from it. You haven't brushed anything under the carpet, or if you have, excuse me, it's come back up and you've had to deal with it, right? And so you have grown a lot. However, there might still be things beneath the surface that you need to look at, right? But I feel like the delusion, the illusion, right? Maybe the deception, that is what has propelled you to be reborn. But there might still be some beneath the surface because it is still here, right? You also might want to look at your reading for this month for your moon sign. And if you're not sure what your moon sign is, go to cafeastrology.com, natal birth chart report. That'll give you so much information. And then come back and watch the reading for your moon sign, okay? And your advice card is about love, to be able to, but this, okay, because this isn't really romantic, I feel like the Lovers in this context is to find balance within yourself, with the light and the dark, the good and the bad, the masculine and the feminine, right? Just to find that balance within, okay? To find that we all have many different aspects of ourselves, and to find like a balance and to make our many different personalities that we have within us compatible. So all right, I hope that was helpful. Please, if you'd like a private reading, just check out my website, or you can send me an email. All that's in the information below. You can follow me on social media, and I do monthly, mid-monthly readings. So definitely check them out, and comment below if this reading resonated with you and what other kind of content you want to see. I love reading your comments so much, most of them. Anyways, if you're still here, one extra bonus card. Let's see what we got. All right, Two of Wands. Now is the time to start planning about where you see yourself in the future. It's not necessarily an action card, but it is putting all of your ducks in a row to get prepared to move forward in the direction that you want in the long-term plan in life. Have a good month. See you later.